After an emphatic win in Nottingham, India come to Southampton upbeat about their chances to level the series. India's Achilles heel in recent years in Test cricket, especially overseas, has been their batting. But the batsmen held their own in the third Test match. Each of them contributed at some point of time during the Test match. India's biggest positive from that game, among many others, was the return to form of Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara. Both of them showed that when the chips are down, you need them by your side. India will hope that they come good yet again and can stand up for their team at the Rose Bowl. The Indian bowling is looking as crisp as it has ever been. A break of a good week or so means that they will be fresh leading into the fourth Test match. Personally, I hope to see two things from the Indian bowling in the Southampton Test. A. Mohammad Shami has to bowl with more consistency because he was disappointing in the previous game. It is a pity for all his ability that Shami is currently the weakest link in the Indian bowling attack. And B. Virat Kohli has to use Hardik Pandya more with the ball. Pandya picked up 6 wickets in the last Test match but bowled only 20 overs in that game. If he has to become a proper all-rounder for India in Test cricket in the future, he needs to bowl more overs and bat at number 6. India have included Hanuma Vihari and Prithvi Shaw in the squad for the last 2 Test matches, but I don't see either of them get a game, at least in this Test match. For the first time in 39 matches as captain, we might finally see Virat Kohli play the same 11 in consecutive Test matches. In my preview to the Lord's Test match, I had talked about the possibility of an English batting collapse as much as an Indian collapse, and it was on display in both the innings of the third Test match. The openers Cook and Jennings look horribly out of touch, but the management is still persisting with them because the word is there are no quality openers in the English county circuit to replace them. Joe Root has flattered to deceive all summer, and his inability to convert 50s into 100s is a block for another day. Young Ollie Pope is a good prospect for England in the future, but he plays too many shots and keeps going hard at the balls outside the off stump. After the first innings of the first Test match, England's scores at the loss of 4 wickets have been 70, 89, 86 and 62. Courtesy this struggle of the top 4, England have recalled wins in the squad to lend some solidity at the top of the order. In a chat with Crick Buzz recently, Graham Smith, the former South African captain and an opener himself, said that during his playing days, he felt if you did not give an early wicket to James Anderson, the frustration will start to show on him as well as the other England bowlers, and they never really had a plan B. This is exactly what happened in the Trent Bridge Test match as well. Once the Indian openers negated the first 30-45 minutes against Anderson and Broad and started to form partnerships, England never really had a plan B. Chris Woakes picked up the first 3 wickets in the first innings, but once the sun came out, he lagged the zip and couldn't generate much swing. With the forecast being sunny for the better part of the Southampton Test match, I would like to see Sam Curran replace Chris Woakes. His left arm in swingers lend variety and X factor to the English bowling attack, and his batting, as he showed in the first 2 Test matches, is good enough to replace that of Chris Woakes. The other possible change is Wills coming in for Ollie Pope, but I would like to see the batting order change a little bit as well. Wills should come in at number 3 with Joe Root pushed down to number 4, and Joss Butler should be promoted to number 6 after his century in the second innings of the Trent Bridge Test match. Right then, India will come into the fourth Test match with a positive mindset, looking to make it 2-2, and they have a really good chance to do that with England having a lot of holes to fill in their game.